Okay, what is going on, everybody? Hello, and welcome to today's first of two gameplay streams. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the start of a new gaming week for me, Darkside Phil, and that means there will be two gameplay streams today. I am excited for today, and I hope that you are as well, okay? Hello. Let's talk, folks. Let's discuss what we're going to be doing today and the rest of the week, because I got a little bit more clarity on that for you this morning. Well, actually, it's this afternoon now, excuse me. So, right now, folks, the return of Dead by Daylight. Alright? Dead by Daylight. Played it last week, several sessions, really liked the game. Definitely like this game better than Friday the 13th, that's for sure. I think it actually is a superior game. Although, I did notice it doesn't get as much attention as Friday the 13th, primarily because Dead by Daylight has been out on PC for quite a long time. Over a year. So for a lot of people, this is like old news, you know what I mean? So, that being said, I liked it, and I played it for a couple days, but then I wanted to start my Red Dead Redemption playthrough. And once I did, it pretty much took over my streams for an elongated period of time. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, people were really excited for Red Dead Redemption, so I got heavily into it, okay? Now, today, we're going to stay away from it, so that way it prevents getting completely overloaded on one thing, you know what I mean? If I just played Red Dead Redemption nonstop for a freaking week, people would get massively burnt out on it, and that's not what I want to happen. So today we're mixing it up with a few different things, alright? Number one, if you're not aware, Dead by Daylight on stream right now for about 3.5 to 4 hours of gameplay. Number two, later tonight, I will be playing more Ultra Street Fighter 2. I made the ultimate decision this morning when I woke up and I felt how my throat is. Now, the truth of the matter is that my throat is getting better, and that's a good thing, right? That's a great thing, right? It's definitely a thing that is a positive because my throat has been swollen and hoarse and bad for about a little bit under a week. It was around Wednesday of last week where it really went whoop and was not feeling good at all, okay? So that being said, I was considering playing Danganronpa 2 tonight. I know last week I played one session of Danganronpa 2, and after I did, my throat swelled up and I was shot for days, okay? Like, my throat was not feeling good for days. So, that being said, I put it on hold, and a lot of people were sad about that because they wanted to see me play Danganronpa 2, but you have to understand, folks, the Danganronpa series is so text-heavy, it's so much reading, that it's constant, just talk. It's not even like I'm playing a game. There is no game. It's just a visual novel. It's me reading everything. Now, the exception would be during the trials, but we haven't gotten to a trial yet. I'm still in the intro section, which is probably going to be several more hours before we ever get to any kind of a trial where there's actually voice acting. So that being said, there's not much I could do about it. I want to put out a quality playthrough, especially because Danganronpa 2 was a patron's choice game, and if me, not being able to read or, putting out a terrible time doing this playthrough, it's not going to cut the mustard, so to speak. Alright? So, what I'm going to do is tonight I'm going to do Ultra Street Fighter 2 for a couple hours. I haven't played it in a week, so this will be good. I'll be able to play a little bit more and get back into the fighting game swing of things. And then tomorrow is going to be a combination of more Red Dead Redemption on my first stream, and then it will be Danganronpa 2 tomorrow night, alright? So that'll give me one more day here before I have to read for 2+ hours straight of not having to do that, maybe relax my voice a bit, okay? Okay. So that's the deal, folks. That's what you're going to expect. So today, Dead by Daylight, and then tonight, Ultra Street Fighter 2. Tomorrow, Red Dead Redemption. Tomorrow night, Danganronpa 2. Wednesday will be the same. It'll be Red Dead Redemption and Danganronpa 2. And then Thursday, Ask the King. Okay, the return of my Q&A show. I hope that you will submit your questions if you have not yet. All right. All right, I have not yet. Well, if you have not yet, you should, because I will be reviewing those questions on Thursday. So, yes, folks, please submit your questions to the kingofhate.com forums so that I have more questions to review. The more questions that are available for me to review for that show makes the show better. All right? Okay, so I'm trying to think, is there anything really that I want to discuss? Let's think about this. Well, first of all, no update in regards to the copyright strike against DSPGaming. Most likely because there is no news to give. YouTube finally sent me the notification on Saturday that they finally submitted the counterclaims, even though I submitted them the day that I got the copyright strike. So I got the copyright strike, I think it was Thursday, and it took them 2 days to even process and send that to Atlas. So, we'll see. All right? We'll see what happens. We'll see, and, hopefully within the 14 business days that Atlas has to respond, they'll just not respond, and the whole copyright strike will be dropped. If not, then I'm going to have to work with Atlas USA and my network Curse to get it removed. Atlas has, said they are going to help to get it removed, so I'm not really too worried about it, and Curse seems to be in the know that this is all bullshit, and it's not something that should be legitimately held against me, so I think we're going to be okay in that regard, okay? Okay. Anything else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to throw out there before we get started today. Nothing really happened in the news or anything to bring up. FYI, we are in the summer downtime, and I am aware there's people who keep asking me, are you going to play this? Are you going to play that? Are you going to play this? Are you going to play that? I can very simply answer all these questions with the following statement. I pretty much have my whole summer laid out in front of me, all right? Just to give you a rough idea, here's what it's going to be. I'm going to finish up Red Dead Redemption. I may or may not even try an online session of Red Dead Redemption once I finish the campaign. We'll see. I don't know if I want to or not, because I really did run it into the ground with Suicide Kings, but maybe just for nostalgia's sake, I'll give it another shot. Who knows? Okay. Danganronpa 2, which I have to, do over the course of the summer. That'll kind of always be the back burner secondary game that I'm balancing with everything else. Every once in a while, I want to play a fighter, which is why tonight I'm playing Ultra Street Fighter 2, and every once in a while, maybe I'll do a session or two of something like that. Okay. Once Red Dead Redemption is completed, I'm going to be starting up Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, which I already purchased. I'm already ready to play it, raring to go. Okay. So that's definitely happening this summer. And I am going to be taking some time off during the month of July, a few days. I'm not sure how long or when yet, but I am getting closer to solidifying the dates. What I'm hoping is that probably by the end of maybe this week, I'll have a better idea of what days I'll be taking away from streaming. And by the way, when I say that, I mean it's just going to be streaming that I'm taking time away from, okay? So, Slurm Drinker, what are you talking about? He says, is Persona 5 still happening since Atlas removed the strike? I literally just said on stream, Atlas did not remove the strike yet. And I already explained, no, I cannot continue Persona 5 because it's impossible. If Japanese Atlas is not in sync with American Atlas and they're going to give copyright strikes, no, I cannot continue to play Persona 5. It's not coming back. Not until this company gets their shit straight, and it seems to me they don't have their shit straight. Okay. It's funny because every day someone asks me the same question. I'm like, I've said this a million times. No, I can't continue it. No, I can't bring it back. It's their fault. I want to and I can't. It's their fault. Their company is disorganized. Okay. So continuing on. So yeah, I'm going to have some time off in July. I'll let you know. But it doesn't mean that I'm not working. It just means I'm not streaming. What I'm going to do is before I take the time off, I'm going to have a few days where I do like almost double down. And I play a living shit out of games. So I have a ton of surplus videos that can go live during the days that I'm off on DSPGaming. So that way it's not like, oh, all the content dried up completely while Phil had time off. and then no one comes back to watch this stuff when I come back. No, it's not going to be like that at all. Okay? Oh my god, now someone, of course, Phil, you're too aggressive. I wasn't being aggressive. I answered the question that I've answered a million times before, and I answered it exactly the same way again. It was not meant to be aggressive, and if you take it like that, maybe you need to stop being such a pussyfoot. Seriously, I didn't attack anyone. I just answered the question again for the millionth time. All right. So, that's all of that. Now, I'm not even done, because also during the summer, at the end of July, we got games such as Splatoon 2 that I may or may not cover. We'll see. Okay. Then at the end of July, around the end of July, I'm doing my Indies Marathon, which right now, the patrons are actually voting on 8 different indie games that are going to be possibly played during this marathon. Okay. And they include games such as Broforce, Night in the Woods, Odin's Sphere. I'm trying to think of all the games off the top of my head. I did not write them down. It's 8 various, I think, is it FTL? Faster Than Light, something like that. Facade is one of them. There's a lot of them. A lot of variety in those, okay? So, that's the games that are being voted on right now by patrons. That will be a marathon at the end of July. Then, in early August, I'm going to be playing this game called Tacoma. This unique indie-style kind of exploration mystery game. But also, I'm going to be doing, if we do hit the funding goal by the end of this month, a Sonic Marathon. Or not a marathon, excuse me. A Sonic playthrough. Either Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, or Shadow the Hedgehog, depending on what people vote on, who pledge $5 or more to my Patreon at the end of this month. So, just to give you perspective, Red Dead Redemption, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, Danganronpa 2, fighting games, a little bit of time off for me, Splatoon 2, my Indies Marathon, Tacoma, and a Sonic playthrough, all before mid-August, okay, when the new releases start to hit. So, that's the deal, folks. You know, a lot of people, are you going to play, now that you're not playing Persona, are you going to play Final Fantasy 12 Remastered? Phil, since you're not playing Persona, you're now going to play this and this? I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Where do you think this time is going to come from? I've already laid out the summer on purpose, because if I don't lay out the summer, what will happen is there's a lot of uncertainty about what I'm going to do, and a lot of people will say, well, since Phil's not covering anything interesting, you know, I'll see you in August. And that's not what I want to happen here. I need people to be coming here every day to have fun and to enjoy the gameplay on stream and to enjoy the gameplay on YouTube and to keep it up and not to say, well, taking the summer off from Phil's content because, you know, he doesn't know what he's doing. So, yeah, that's the deal, folks. That's what I'm doing. And hopefully things work out well and you'll keep coming back and enjoying the streams and having fun like I've been doing, okay? All right. I think it's time to start. What do you guys think? Let's very quickly, I'll do a very short plug segment. Then I'll do shout outs for those who were, you know, cheering and subbing and whatsoever during the pre-stream, all that. And then we'll get started here. All right. Okay, folks, so, first of all, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed today's stream. Hope you enjoy the variety of stuff that I do on stream, that I'm not just a one-trick pony. You know, there's a lot of streamers out there who they just do the same kind of thing over and over and over and over. And it's their forte. It's their niche. That's cool. I'm not. I'm the complete opposite. Even though I am really good at certain things, like, for example, fighting games, I feel I could cover a little bit more in-depth and better than other games because I know a lot more about them. In particular, you know, a game like Ultra Street Fighter 2... you're going to watch me play and, you know, see a higher level than, say, other games that I play. But I am a variety streamer, right? I enjoy playing a wide variety of stuff, and I hope that you enjoy that on a daily basis. I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for being here every day. I appreciate that. If you want to see these daily live streams continue and stay on the air every single day, If you want to continue to see my on-demand videos on YouTube be put out every single day, well, there's many ways that you can support that effort, all right? First off, there is Patreon, which I've already mentioned, so I'm not going to go crazy about it, but I will mention the link, patreon.com/DarksidePhil. I'll say this, you have 4 days left in the month of August whoa, I'm way ahead of myself. You have 4 days left in the month of June to pledge to my Patreon, all right, to earn personal perks for this month, and also to be part of that Sonic Gotta Go Fast event. If you pledge $5 or more, you'll be voting on either Sonic Adventure 1, 2, or Shadow the Hedgehog, and hopefully we hit the funding goal, and this event will happen, because I'm very much looking forward to this playthrough. Last year, I did the same event. People ended up voting in Sonic 06, all right, and that ended up being the best thing of the entire summer. So please consider pledging if you have not, all right? Number 2 is Teespring, my merch store. Lots of fun stuff, fan-created artwork. I love that stuff, and I even wear it in my videos. And the mug I use in every single video, right? Great quality stuff. And hopefully you will enjoy the stuff that you get. In fact, last night someone tweeted me a picture of a DSPGaming logo shirt, and I retweeted it on my social media. So give it a look if you haven't, and if you do happen to get something there, I get a pretty nicely sized commission from each sale, and I appreciate anything that you would buy there. And then, folks, last but certainly not least, is cheering, subbing, and tipping during the course of today's stream. A way for you to be interactive with me and also support my daily streaming efforts. If you cheer with bits, if you subscribe to the channel, or if you tip me, I will react to that and give you a shout out on stream. Now understand, I'm not going to read every single message. Sometimes people put inflammatory stuff in there. Like yesterday, someone tipped me $1. I'll give you a perfect example of something so you will understand the situation. If you tip me and you say something fun or something, interesting, I'll react to it. What I would hope is that you don't say something completely off topic or derailing to the stream, all right? Or at the same time, something that would be considered like inflammatory or insulting. And I'll give you an example. Yesterday, someone tipped me $1 at the very end of my stream and said, I made a racist joke. Now, the joke that I made actually wasn't racist at all. It was more generalized of something. It had nothing to do with race whatsoever. It had more to do with being a part of a certain country, which is not racial at all. But this person said this in a tip. I didn't read it. And then they got angry at me afterwards. You didn't read my tip. And that was something that was a joke that I was meant for my brother. And I'm like, listen, I'm not obligated to read every single thing, especially if you're saying something that could be insinuated as an insult or something. People don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear, who are here to enjoy the content, that I'm being racist. Like, what are you talking about? So anyway, that's an example. Now, of course, there's people who just say blatantly, obviously insulting stuff, and I'm not going to read that either. Okay? But, yeah, if it is something nice or something interesting or something pertinent to the stream, or even if it's just like a thank you or, a fan shout-out, any of that stuff I will read and give you a shout-out on the stream, all right? Now, if you actually cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe and click on the share button that is available when you do subscribe, or if you tip me $2 or more during the stream, that will allow an on-screen thank you notification, which will obviously give you some screen time. I'm not going to read all of those either, but again, if it's something nice, then I will. But you might say, well, why are there criteria? Why is it 50 bits? Why is it $2 tip? Because sadly, we had people who were spamming a month or two ago, just spamming constantly because it was a lower threshold. And the whole stream was just pop up, troll. And obviously, I didn't want that to happen. I mean, that would be pretty ridiculous, all right? So we got to have this threshold at least to keep it in control, okay? Sound good? All right. So I am very appreciative to everyone who does cheer, sub, and tip. If you are curious about tipping, by the way, because some people ask me about that, if you want to tip me, it's a little section directly below the stream here on my Twitch page. If you've never seen it, it's a picture of me posing with some Pokemon. If you click on that, it takes you to the tip page, and you can either do an anonymous tip completely, so you don't want to be, have your name thrown out there, or you can leave a message and a name or whatever you want, okay? All right, and all those proceeds received go directly to supporting this to keep going. Pays for the games, pays for my electricity, pays for the internet, pays for everything so that I can keep this effort going daily. thanks to everyone who does contribute. I appreciate it. And looking forward to a good stream. 2 good streams today. Okay? All right, everyone. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I think it's time to start. Now it's for a quick thank yous to those who did participate here early on. And then let's get started. First of all, Just One Puff. Subscribe to the channel for the 4th month in a row. So shout out, thank you to Just One Puff for subscribing. I appreciate that. Shout out to Absolso. Absolso. That was a little tricky one to say. He said, Phil, can you dab on stream again? If there's a reason to dab on stream, I'll dab on stream. I think dabbing is kind of played out. Dabbing is like years old, isn't it? It's certainly not the in thing to do anymore. At one point, everyone was dabbing, and I didn't even know what it was when it was popular. So, anyway, shout out to Colonel Kurt Gaming, who did a 10-bit cheer and says, any chance you will bring back friend request ridicule? I want the old Philly back. The only chance that I would ever bring back friend request ridicule would be a one-off, and it would be as a joke on like an April Fool's or something. Because, I'll be honest with everyone, I think that now, looking back at the past, of course, I think that it was pretty malicious. You know, back in 2009 to 2010, the years when I did that series, before I discontinued it indefinitely, I think it was more of me thinking that YouTube was kind of a silly joke, that anyone would take it seriously or think of me as like a celebrity or anything like that. And I didn't take it seriously, so when people sending me, spamming my inbox with these ridiculous messages, I just thought it was so silly that people would like think that I'm some big shit on the internet and want to send me a message, you know what I mean? So I would make fun of it. I would read it, make fun of it, and sometimes I would insult the people who sent it or whatever. And yeah, it was obviously it was pretty funny, but it was pretty mean-spirited too. And when I look back at it, that's kind of how I see it. Is, man, you know, those videos were good, but they were also kind of mean-spirited. And I wouldn't want to put out that kind of content anymore. At the same time, that was an era of when the Xbox 360 was the #1 gaming console, and everyone was using it, and everyone was sending everyone messages, and everyone was using voice chat on it through the PMs and stuff. It doesn't exist anymore. I mean, yeah, that system exists on Xbox One, but I get very little, because everyone knows I don't read them. So I get very little messaging or any of that kind of stuff. If I were to go right now to my inbox on Xbox One and say, let's do friend request ridicule, I'd probably have no friend requests that are like active from the past month. I probably have like two messages in my inbox that are, you know, little kids probably who don't even know, you know, anything about it, who just decided to send me random messages. You know what I mean? It's not like it used to be where I would get my inbox massively filled with all these messages. It's certainly not. So, yeah, I probably, even if I wanted to bring back the series, it probably wouldn't even be viable to do because the ways that things have changed over the years. Okay? All right, and then last but not least, Golden Colts did a 90-bit cheer, and he says, this is a cheer with bits. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. So thank you to Golden Colts for that. I appreciate your cheer. Okay? Sound good? All right. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. Hope that you're ready for some Dead by Daylight. Actually, the last time I played this game, the very last session, I unlocked a great perk for the girl who I've been playing, the Asian girl, Thing, I think her name is. I unlocked a great perk where after you leap over a pallet, you get a speed boost. And it's a character-unique perk. It's one of the best in the game. And I'm pretty excited to try it out today. I think I will, though, maybe like halfway through, maybe I'll switch over and try the killers again. The only thing is, I'm pretty sad that the killers, when you play as them, the frame rate is so bad. Like, it's fun, but at the same time, it's so frustrating because the frame rate is so low that I don't know if I really want to play as the killers that much anymore. I think I'm enjoying playing as the survivors way more. So, we'll see how it will go. We'll see how it goes today with today's stream. I'll play it by ear, all right? All right, everyone, thank you. Let's get started. Dead by Daylight.